Hey guys, I'm kind of late again, but I mean it's still technically Saturday, it's just 6:40 p.m. But I have an excuse. I woke up this morning and was literally out of the house in 10 minutes. It was pretty brutal. I dunked my head in the sink to wash my hair because I didn't have time for a shower. So that was fun. Anyway, that is not the point of this video. The point is that I have a book that I read to review for you. I had another one, but I think I took it back to the library. Oops. So, I have one that I own, though. So I got this book because it was recommended to me. It's called Luck in the Shadows by Lynn Flewelling, I think. It's book 1 in the Night Runner series. And, perfect timing, actually, I just got books 2 and 3 in the mail a minute and a half ago. So, this book is, let's see here, 479 pages long. It took me the better part of the week to read. I actually finished it. I went to a baseball game with my dad, and instead of watching the game, I just read this. So. My dad made fun of me and whatnot, but I don't care. So, here, when young Alec of Kerry is taken prisoner for a crime he didn't commit, he is certain that his life is at an end. But the one thing he never expected was his cellmate. Spy, rogue, thief, and noble, Sergil of Rimini is many things, none of them predictable. And when he offers to take Alec on as his apprentice, things may never be the same for either of them. Soon, Alec is traveling roads he never knew existed toward a war he never suspected was brewing. Before long, he and Sergil are embroiled in a sinister plot that runs deeper than either can imagine, and that may cost them far more than their lives if they fail. But fortune is as unpredictable as Alec's new mentor, and this time there might just be luck in the shadows. So it is a fantasy adventure book. It's really good. Like, it takes a little bit to get into because obviously it's a whole new world. But once you do, you get really into it, and I seriously read the last, like, half of it all in one go. Which is probably not healthy or something, but, there is a, like, very subtle element of romance to this. And it is between Sergil and Alec. I should say that right now. 2 guys. If that squicks you out or whatever. I might as well tell you now. Literally nothing happens in this romance, and that's I mean, obviously there's something there, but it's taken very slowly, which is good in my book, because that's what I hate about romance novels, is that they come out of nowhere. This book focuses completely on the like conspiracies that they unravel in their world, and so the focus is on that, with just a couple mentions here and there of like the attraction between the 2 characters. It's really in-depth. Like, I am so impressed by the depth of this world that the author created. There's a ton of stuff in here. And like, it's done in such a way, because a lot of books will lose you with that kind of thing, you know? But this one, by the end, I was like, oh, what? Like, I completely knew the entire government system and all the reigning queens and everything. Like, I practically got a history lesson, but I didn't mind because it was really interesting. So I feel like by the end of this book, I completely knew how the world worked, which, a lot of similar books, it's not so much. And it's really complex. Really complex. This book was published in '96. You can probably tell. I got mine at like a used bookstore. It's all beat up and torn up. So are the other 2. I buy all my books online. I don't go places. But I really love this book, and like to the point where I ordered the other 2 before I was finished with it, and then I've been checking the mail obsessively since I got them. I even actually went to actual bookstores and looked for them, but they're pretty hard to find. Especially in used bookstores, because there's not really much organization. At least not in the ones here, I don't know. Maybe there's some good organized places. But the only thing, like the only problem I have with these books, and this goes for any and all fantasy books, some of these names, like I don't even want to try some of them. The only reason I know how to pronounce Seragil is because it actually specifically says, like when he's introduced, Alec needs him to repeat his name slowly, so it shows how it's. But like Seragil's hometown, Rimini, it's R-H-I with like a little dash instead of a dot. M-I-N-E-E. So I think it's Rimini, but I'm not sure. There's a lot of weird names here with weird little symbols. I don't know what any of these symbols mean. So that's the only real complaint I have with this book. But I do really, really like it, and I'm excited to read the next ones, which is why I'm kind of rushing through this video. I don't know who that's supposed to be on the cover or what he's doing. I was keeping an eye out for what that might have been in the book, but I don't know. So the covers might be completely unrelated, or they could make total sense and I'm just missing them entirely. So it says on the little barcode it's $7.50, but I got this one for 1 cent, so I think it's a pretty underrated book series. So Luck in the Shadows, Lynn something Flewelling, Lynn wrote it. It's great, I'm telling you. And I mean, oftentimes I will get bored with fantasy novels because I can't get into them, but this one's good. It's a keeper. So, go and you're probably gonna have to find it online. I don't know where you can find this book. I looked all over the place. So, go get it, or sit right where you are and get it, either way. It's totally worth the read. Especially if you're into, like, fantasy adventure types. It's really in-depth. Anyway, so, I'm going to, read the next one. So, I will have to read another book because I feel like just reviewing each book in the series is probably not good. But, I will see you next Saturday with a book completely unrelated to the series, probably. So, that's it. See you Saturday.